Let me ask you something. Do you think life is like a movie where you're a side character, waiting for a hero to come save you? Are you hoping that your endless patience will eventually pay off and they'll suddenly realize you're the one? Well, if that's what you're counting on, I've got some news for you. You're being played. And the worst part, you're letting them do it. Here's the harsh truth. While you're holding on to every little interaction, hoping they'll finally see your worth, they're out there living their life as if you don't even matter. You've become background noise in their story. They've put you in a little box labeled always available, expecting you to stay there, waiting like a loyal fan. But the reality? They've already written you off as predictable. As long as you keep trying, thinking your kindness or effort will win their affection, nothing changes. But here's the twist: everything shifts the moment you pull away. And I'm not talking about giving them space. When you finally pull back, you throw their entire game into chaos, their comfort zone. Gone, their control. Shattered. Trust me, they won't see it coming. One day they had you wrapped around their finger. The next, you're a ghost in their story, one they can't stop thinking about. But be warned, this isn't about manipulation. It's about reclaiming what was yours all along, your power. Because right now, even if you won't admit it, you've been living on their terms. You've been showing up when they wanted, texting first, making plans they didn't deserve. And they've loved every second of it. But when you truly pull away, it forces them to wake up. Suddenly, the silence you leave behind speaks louder than anything you've ever said. Do you really think they'll stay calm when you disappear? Think they won't notice the absence of your energy, your attention? Think again. The human brain doesn't handle sudden loss well. It panics. It starts overanalyzing, filling in the blanks with worst-case scenarios. Where did they go? Who are they with? Have they moved on? These thoughts will consume them like wildfire, and the more they try to act like they don't care, the deeper it burns. The power of pulling away isn't just in the physical absence, it's in the psychological storm it creates. Every silent moment becomes a reminder of the control they thought they had over you. They'll tell themselves they're fine without you, maybe even try to move on. But that's just fear talking. Deep down, they know they've lost someone irreplaceable, and that realization will haunt them. They'll hate it. Hate that they're checking their phone for a message that isn't coming. Hate that they're scrolling through your social media looking for some clue that maybe you missed them too. They'll hate that you've stopped playing by their rules and that they're no longer the center of your world. And in those quiet moments when no one's watching, they'll start to unravel. Here's what no one tells you. The moment you stop giving them all of you is the moment they start feeling the loss in ways they never expected. It's like a void growing inside them, and no distraction, no fling, no quick fix can fill it. You were more than just company. You were stability, comfort, attention, things they took for granted. And now, every second without you is a reminder that they gambled something priceless and lost. The more you stay silent, the more their mind plays tricks on them. Every day you don't text first, they spiral deeper into insecurity. Are they seeing someone else? Did they finally realize they deserve better than me? That's the beauty of pulling away. You make them confront their own fears and realize they were never in control. They just thought they were. The best part, while they're losing their grip, you're reclaiming your own. This isn't manipulation, it's freedom. Freedom from their games. Freedom from constantly seeking approval. Freedom to walk away knowing that your value isn't dependent on whether or not they see it. You're done being a supporting character in their story. You're the star of your own. And the plot twist: they're no longer part of the script unless you decide they are. So let them wonder, let them miss you, let them wrestle with their doubts and regrets. But whatever you do, don't break the silence first. If they want back in, they'll have to earn it. And even then, it'll be on your terms. Because the moment you pull away, you shift the power. They stop being the prize. You are. So here's my challenge to you: pull away. Not just a little, completely. Let them sit with the emptiness of life without you. And when they come crawling back, and trust me, you'll know one thing for sure: you were always in control. If you're ready to take back your power, drop the phrase "one done" being an option in the comments. From this moment on, you're not chasing anyone. You're not playing their games. You're done. And the best part, they won't even know what hit them. This is just the beginning, so stick with me. Let's dive deeper into exactly what happens when you pull away. Because what's coming next, they'll never see it coming. The process isn't over yet, and if you stop now, you'll never experience the full transformation. Stick with me till the end, we're just getting started. To show me you're serious about this journey and ready to become the one worth chasing, drop "I'm done feeding egos" in the comments. This is your statement that you're no longer in the business of holding others together while breaking yourself apart. The old you, the one seeking validation, is gone. Now, you're stepping into your power, and trust me, once you fully embrace this step, everything else will fall into place. You'll become someone they can't overlook, someone who doesn't need to chase anymore, because you've become the one worth chasing. Number 3, the insecurity spiral. When you pull away, it doesn't just leave them wondering where you've gone, it ignites a wildfire of doubt and insecurity that consumes every corner of their mind. The spiral of insecurity begins slowly but grows relentlessly with every moment of silence. Suddenly, they're drowning in questions they never thought they'd ask. Was it something I said? Are they with someone else? Did I push them away? Have they finally realized they deserve better than me? Each question fuels the next, pulling them deeper into self-doubt. The worst part, there are no answers, just endless uncertainty. At first, they'll try to convince themselves they don't care. They'll come back, they always do, they tell themselves. But as your silence stretches, the absence of your attention grows louder, eroding their confidence. What once felt certain now feels like shaky ground, and every memory of you becomes a trigger for doubt. They replay conversations, dissect old texts, and obsess over every detail, sinking deeper into the spiral. No matter how hard they try to ignore it, the insecurities only tighten their grip. The human mind hates uncertainty, it craves resolution, closure, and control. But when you pull away, you deny them all of that. They're left with fragments of what was, trying desperately to piece them together into a story that makes sense. But here's the twist, there's no story that makes sense to them because you've disrupted the script they were following. The person they thought would always be there has vanished, leaving them with nothing but questions that tear at their self-esteem. In a relationship, this spiral can be brutal. Imagine they were always the one keeping things on their terms, giving just enough to keep you hanging on, but never enough to make you feel secure. Now that you've pulled back, the tables have turned. They're experiencing the same insecurity they once made you live with, and it's tearing them apart. They wonder if they misjudged you, if they let someone valuable slip away, and worst of all, if you've already moved on to someone better. That fear gets louder with each day that passes without a text or call from you. Even if they try to distract themselves with friends, hobbies, or new connections, the insecurity lingers. Every smile they force feels hollow, and every moment of fun is tainted by thoughts of you. What if I ruined it? What if they're happier without me? These questions follow them like shadows they can't escape. They'll scroll through your social media, searching for signs of who you've become without them. But every photo they see or don't see only fuels their anxiety. The spiral grips them tighter, making it harder to think of anything else. This insecurity is the mirror they've been avoiding, forcing them to confront parts of themselves they've long ignored. They start questioning their worth, doubting their actions, and replaying every interaction. It's no longer just about losing you, it's about losing the image they had of themselves. They start to wonder, what if I'm not good enough? What if they were always out of my league? The more they spiral, the harder it becomes to hold on to the confidence they once had. But here's the beauty of it, this spiral isn't your problem, it's their journey to take, and you're no longer part of it. You've stepped away, not to manipulate or hurt them, but to reclaim your peace and power. Their insecurities are a reflection of their actions, not your worth. The longer you stay silent, the more they're forced to sit with those insecurities and face the consequences of taking you for granted. If pulling away feels difficult for you, that's normal. You might feel tempted to check on them, to see if they're struggling, or to offer comfort out of habit. But every time you reach out, you cut short the process they need to go through. Their insecurity spiral is necessary, it's how they learn. If you step in too soon, they'll never understand what it feels like to truly lose you. They'll never realize the value of what they had until they're left to deal with the aftermath of their own behavior. So let them spiral. Let them wrestle with the doubt, fear, and anxiety. It's not your job to pull them out of it. Your only job is to focus on yourself, to keep moving forward, and to trust that their insecurities are part of their growth, not yours. You've already done the hard part by stepping away, now it's time to hold your ground. Drop "I'm done chasing" in the comments if you're ready to let go of the need to fix others and focus on your own journey. Stick with me, this is just the beginning. The transformation starts with knowing when to pull back and when to let others face the consequences of their actions. And trust me, once you embrace this step, you'll become the one they can't stop thinking about.